Peace, family. Grand Rising, how we doing out there? Y'all know what time it is. I think it is. It's Friday, ain't it? Yeah, Financial Fridays. I really be thrown off on my days at times, so I do apologize. How we doing out there? It's going on about 8:05 a.m. Chicago time. Um, Not so much early bird, but kind of early bird for those that are going to check in right now. Looking across the market. Well, damn, look at Link up to 323. Wow, missed that one. I missed that one. Though, I mean, all across the board, we got prices coming back to life after how many months and years of now really 2000. I'm gonna be honest with you, 2019 was good to anybody that was able to ride the wave the first half. The second half was kind of sad and disappointing. But if you look at it, we came back to damn near for certain cryptocurrencies right back where we started in the beginning of 2019. If we look at Ethereum, for instance, I know for a fact around March when we first began the DeFi, Ethereum was trading at around 125 bucks. Ethereum came right back down to 122, bounced from there. Now we back up to 220 something dollars. You know what I mean? So it's ample opportunity for any and everybody to be getting money right now within this market. Not there's no favoritism in this market. You know what I mean? Let me share this out real quick, family. If you can, please help assist me in sharing this out. Please help assist me in sharing this out. Give me 1 second. I haven't checked in with to see if we got any viewers coming in. We are streaming right now live on YouTube and Facebook. Also going to be recording a new podcast for today for Financial Fridays. So let me get this. Let me get this shared out first and foremost on my social media platform. That way, individuals can know that we're live right now. Give everybody a couple of minutes to tune in. Peace to everybody that is tuning in right now. If you can, like I said, help assist me in sharing this out. In fact, in order for you to do that, let me go ahead and actually put this on public on the video side. That way people can share it out. In 1 second. There we go. Now we're coming in live right now. How we doing, Queens? Peace, power, and prosperity. Miss Whitfield, Miss Weeks, Grand Rising. How we doing? We got coming in over here on the Facebook, YouTube side of things. Brother Kennedy, a year ago today, you went live and BTC was 3,300 and ETH was $104. Damn. Second half of 19 was a great accumulation period for me personally. Good shit, Brother Kennedy. I know the work you're putting in over there. I know you're reaping the rewards right now. Did you check out those specific ones I told you out? Remember we had that talk? I told you a couple of ones to tuck over on the side. Let me know if you put them to the side or not. Let me see. Why can't we see anything? Let me see what's going on here. Okay, now we coming through. We coming through. I wanted to make sure that everything was coming through over here on the YouTube side of things. There we go. Family, like I said, if y'all can, please help assist me in sharing this out. Tag your friends, family, anyone that you think may be interested in cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, decentralized finance. We're going to cover probably a couple of articles this rising before we get straight into price action. We're going to cover just a couple of articles before we get straight into price action. Let me go ahead and share this out real quick. Then I'm going to get my podcast set up, and then we're going. So for those that are tuning in right now, if you can, go ahead and give a shout out. Check in your city, state, country, if you are checking in outside of the country. Peace. How's everybody doing out here? Brother Amir, what's going on? On Chainlink. Good. That's a nice pick. Crow, yeah, MCO, Crow is hitting. Crypto.com. Yep. The whole market right now is pretty much on a nice uptick. Brother Trotter, Miss Joseph, how we doing? Let me see. Just sharing this out on my social media platform. Let me see via YouTube and Facebook. Let me know what's an AMA. Ask me anything, almost anything. Somebody came through and asked me earlier how to use Bitcoin on the dark web or how to get an account. I don't answer no dark web questions, family. Don't ask me none of that illegal like bull. I've been on Chainlink for over a year now. Grand Risings, man, I be telling them scared money don't make money. Nope, definitely doesn't. Definitely doesn't, brother. You know, now the thing is, this is the thing. Right now, all of this talk sounds good, but because we're in an uptrend. Shit, if you was here in 2018, people were singing a totally different tune. I'll tell you that right now. It was a totally different tone. It wasn't even that many people involved. Let's see. Let me see. I wonder if I should try to go live on Instagram. Nope, I can't. I can't go live on AG. Not if I'm gonna not if you know what, I wonder if I can go live on IG. Not AG. I think I said AG. But now I'm just going ahead and do the podcast. Let me get that pulled up real quick. Damn, if you can't share this out, share this out, share this out. Grand Rising, Miss Williams, how we doing? If you can, please help assist me in sharing this out. Brother Michael, what's going on? TJ, what up? Let's see. All right, let me get this up and running real quick. Get a new episode pulled up. Like I said, family, if I can, please help assist me in sharing this out. Please share this out. Tag friends, family. And let me get this up and running, and we're going to take off. You're holding the podcast mic. We've got a great microphone right here, blah, 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 blah. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is. It's the Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early rocket show of coffee and crypto. Right now, we are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and recording New Money Matrix podcast. How's everybody doing out there? We had a couple of individuals tuning in on the YouTube side of things, Facebook side of things. It is Friday, February 7th, 2020. I'm gonna be honest with you, 2020 has been a good year so far. Starting off, really no complaints. No complaints. I don't know about anybody else, but it's definitely been a blessing. Listen, let me see. Let me see who I got checking in with me, family. If y'all want to, y'all can check in city, state, country. For those that may be checking in outside the country, I know at times we do have people checking in outside the bounds. And make sure everything is up and running. Let me know. Make sure y'all can hear me. Let me know if the screen is clear. Brother says, funny how the regular news never reports on crypto, but always on the stock market. Crypto goes crazy compared to stocks. Yeah, I tried to tell another individual that in my opinion, stocks don't compare any way, shape, or form to cryptocurrency. And they were asking, what were the returns like? Are they better? I'm like, are they better? Man, the returns in cryptocurrency, regardless of how you get them, whether it's a pumping up or not. I mean, the type of returns you get in cryptocurrency are 10 times that of what you get in the stock market. In my humble opinion, I may be wrong, you know what I mean? But just from my observance, what's going on in my peripheral and in my direct eyesight is it's shitting on the stock market, part of my language. But peace to you, God. Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. But yeah, starting off the day right now, we can see Bitcoin up above 9,700, Ethereum up above 220 bucks, Ripple back up to 28 cent. Bitcoin Cash, some of the Bitcoins are starting to waver off, as you can see right now. BTC at 97, BCH at 436, BSV at 291. After reaching highs and then having a pullback right now, so they're trying to find a grounding right now. Like I said, Link took off. Link just smashed through a couple of buy walls. Let me see who we got checking in over here. So the first thing we're gonna do is let's take a look at a couple of stories. Let's knock the storylines out. Then we'll go take a look at price action, take a look at some of these charts. Brother Dennis, what's going on? How we doing? Yes, ma'am. All is well. Let me see. How can I share this out? Family, if y'all can share this out to a couple of groups, I want to try to get as many people over here as I can. Let's see. How do I share it though? Guess I can just do this. Just get people to come in. Brother Scott, you're already with us. Let me go ahead and invite some people. Get some people over here. There we go. Let me see. There we go. Get the hills in here. I got a couple of hills. I think that's my homie Zone Boy. Definitely got to get my homie Riley in here. A couple of individuals I ain't seen in here in a minute. Let me get them in here. So right now, what I'm doing is just sending out invites. You know, trying to fill up the viewers, wake people up, let them know that we in here and we live right now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? How's everybody doing? Brother Hatchet, Brother Jay, what's going on? Brother Bay, what's going on? Islam. See what we got checking in over here on the YouTube side of things. South side of Houston, checking in from the hood. Hiram Clark. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get this started off. I wasted enough time of the individuals listening in on the podcast. Let's get into a couple of stories. I actually shared some. Let me piggyback off something that I shared on my Instagram not too long ago. And for those that aren't following me on Instagram, you can find me at Chicago_crypto_block_bully. Once again, it's Chicago crypto block bully underscores under each word. And I shared something that I don't think a lot of people picked up on. It was the fact that there's a community being built, only the number 4 of its kind within this whole, what I should say, ecosystem of under collateralized loans. Whereas you can now build a community, and instead of individuals having to go outside of the community to get access to funding, as long as you have upright citizens and individuals, upright brothers and sisters that are able to handle the government body or the treasury rather, and be able to accurately and with honestly, as well as those individuals that are coming for the loans, as long as it's an honor system set in play, a trust system, man, ideas like this can work. Whereas we now have the ability for, you know, the struggling mother, the struggling brother, whatever the case may be, to come and get access to fund from an overall account that as a community we hold, and put up minimum amount of the collateralization needed. So as you can see with this one community that's been created, the Indigenous Associates for Decentralized Financing, the collateralization that's needed is only 33% of what you're asking for. So if you need, we'll say $100 loan, you only have to pay 33% of that, or give up 33% of that in actual collateral, monetary collateral. Now, as far as it being worked off and a contract outside of this smart contract being produced to hold any type of physical collateral, be be that framework does is open up the community to access capital that's coming from the community. At the end of the day, this is only going to work if the community doesn't fuck the community. I apologize for the language, but that's the only way this is going to work. You understand what I mean? But I want to give a simple introduction to what Maple loans are. Let me see, how long is this article? It ain't too long. We can get through with it. It ain't too long. And they're coming out of Maple Finance, which is smart bonds for the new world. I shared them a while ago. Let me make sure everything is coming in right now. Let me make sure everything is coming in. Let me make sure I'm tuning in. Let me see, make sure everybody's catching this. Peace, 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 brother. How we doing, brother Perry? What's going on, brother Tapper? All right, cool. So yeah, everything's coming in clearly. All right, so what we're looking at right now is Maple Loans. Maple Loans is a platform where users form communities to borrow and lend under collateralized loans to other community members. They built this showcase to showcase how crypto can provide a great lending product to borrowers. The protocol takes care of requesting, the funding, the settling, and making the repayments, allowing the communities to experiment and be creative with identity and risk assessment. Basically, how are you going to identify those individuals within your community? Well, one way that I could think of, especially for those that are swinging more towards the nationality aspect of what this could be utilized with, is the use of nationality cards. So individuals that want to offer up a loan or any type of liquidity will first, if that's how you're running your community, have a nationality card showing that they're part of said and said body. You know what I mean? And then the risk assessment will be based off of your character and conduct in a sense of how actual credit can be looked at, because credit is nothing but the trust that somebody has in you before they're able to, or before they make a decision, and if they're going to give you something of value before you give up something of equal value. You know what I mean? So when you apply for credit cards or any type of loan, what the companies are looking for, number one, is have you been given the responsibility of trust on a commercial level? Meaning, has somebody given you a loan or let you borrow some money before and you've paid it back adequately, you know what I'm saying, within a given time and, up to the terms of the contract? If you have, then that means that your character and conduct is that of the more trustful nature, where individuals will be more willing to give you a loan. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of complicated, I guess, coming out of my mouth now that I'm hearing myself say, but I think it's pretty simple once you understand the system and how it works. But so it goes on to say, why did we build Maple Loans? We were impatient to see more progress in under-collateralized lending. Over-collateralized loans have long been great for buying Ethereum on leverage, but we wanted crypto lending to be used to buy things people need, can't afford, which is an honorable measure, in my opinion, when we're looking at cryptocurrency and the advancement of, the blockchain and what it has to offer to individuals. We do have to take into account the fact that we do have to take into the account. Hold on. I apologize. We got to take into the account that this right here, in my opinion, was created for any and everybody. You know what I mean? It was for the haves and the have-nots. More so for the have-nots, though, those that don't have a way to transact or transfer wealth, funds, doing cross-border transactions. You know what I mean? You may have individuals within the United States trying to transact and send funds or wealth or value over to individuals that may stay in a rural country in Africa that may have access to smart devices and what they're crashing at alarm. Whereas right now in this space, you can just send them some DAI, some USDC. You understand what I mean? Something that actually has a tradable value, but keeps it more so stable within the relation to the United States dollar, which in certain parts of the country are worth a lot more than that country's currency. So what we're looking at with the advancement of blockchain technology, especially decentralized finance, is the ability for individuals as a whole or as an individual to transact commercially, more privately in a peer-to-peer fashion without any right tackle fraud, government, something everybody should want to check out. Credit scores, on-chain possibilities, spike on other, privacy, specifically ZK Snark, and incentives, under collateralized borrower, over collateralized protocol. We want to turn debate into action and experimentation. So we built a platform to allow experimentation with all these questions. Certain questions, community. You think people can ours make a community and test it out. For our community and test it out. Whatever your hypothesis is, you can make a community and test it out, which is what's going on right now. Always remember that we are the pioneers, not so much I don't want to use the word test dummies because you damn sure ain't no damn dummy. You understand what I mean? I'm more so looking at it as those pioneers that um are discovering and you know what I'm saying, making our way through the wilderness or through unterrain, untapped territory for a lot of us. You know what I mean? Um, so very amazing space and the possibilities of what it offers. So the article goes on to state that communities are the fundamental primitive of Maple loans. They're decentralized, self-organizing groups, government, composed of a leader, lenders, and borrowers. We see them being organized initially around Discord, Telegram, Slack, and other channels. Borrowers and lenders can then coordinate loans in these channels and use Maple loans to request, fund, and manage the loans once the details have been agreed. The first newbies of a community will probably have some existing relationships, providing a kernel of trust to see the community. This is natural because the first people you feel comfortable lending to will usually be people you know. And that's what a community really is. It's the individuals that have a common unity with amongst themselves. Always remember that. It's because you live within a certain specific box or crunched into a specific space doesn't mean you're actually a community. You just need maybe a bunch of individuals that just live in close proximity to everybody. It goes on to state that this then expands to their friends who don't know you. You understand what I mean? So that means I'm in the game, you're in the game, and you want to bring buddy in that I don't really know, but that you may trust, right? We hope this can then scale beyond 3 degrees of separation as users get more creative in dealing with the risk and identity. Think on-chain credit scores, integrations with self-sovereign identities, and social media account validation. The potential is there. Let's get into how it works. And correctly. Make sure everything, brother, Coleman, peace. Okay, so yeah, it seems like everything's coming in clear. Brother Parks, peace. All right, cool. Going right back along with the article. It goes on to state that this is how it works. Number one, a leader sets a community and specifies the collateralization required, anywhere from 0 to 99%. So actually, you can actually monetary. That's an individual. Leaders start adding the addresses of borrowers, and so if you have an address, you will be added to the community as well, as long as you whatever prerequisites that created for you to be added to that community. So, like I said in the example of individuals that are of the under the Moorish nationality or Moorish status, they could create one of these platforms and only allow individuals that have nationality IDs be able to come and actually provide liquidity and take loans out. You understand what I mean? So borrowers start making loan requests. Don't forget to go to settings and set an approval limit to make transactions get posted to the community. Lenders, let me see. Okay, lenders fund as much as they want for any loan request and start earning interest, meaning that the individuals that are providing the liquidity, i.e., me, individuals that are, I don't want to say at the top echelon, but we're the liquidity providers. You understand what I mean? We're basically the backbone of the community, being the financial providers for the community. So, like I said, as long as the community doesn't fuck itself out of itself, all this can really work, in my opinion, if we're looking at any type of longevity or togetherness or unity amongst ourselves. So it goes on to say, I'm gonna tell y'all something before I even go on too. As I be going through a lot of this information I'll be bringing out, y'all understand really this is like really, really, really next level shit and could really, really be, I guess, damaging to the construct and the way that things are created right now as far as who holds power over who because of the ability to, take care of any type of financial affairs. Right now, you got it to the point where you're not able to handle your own financial affairs in a private capacity. In a sense, those that understand trust law, then you already know that there is a public and there's a private. What I'm trying to say to the individuals and open up the doors for, especially my SPC individuals, those that study party process is that there is going on right here. All three of those amalgamated into one have created a new world, if you may. And I really want into the knowledge that I'm bringing, the information that I'm bringing is really not the shit you're gonna on the regular. I'm not gonna go and find all the bunched up into one with many different, different aspects of knowledge. I'm able to integrate all of it together, whether it's law, status, reality, metaphysics, magic, ritual, sciences. It doesn't matter. I know how to create, or not how to create, even though I do create. I know how to understand as it's mixed up into one. Basically, what I'm saying is, man, y'all getting hella information here. So understand that this probably ain't gonna make sense. It is probably prophetic the way that we're speaking on it and the way that I'm looking at it, how it could be utilized, whereas it doesn't get used on a large scale for the next 5 to 10 just because we're new to this. You understand what I mean? But here, in my opinion, to wake your asses up. Let's get along. It goes on to say number 5. No, number 4, right will be the liquidity provided. Number 5, borrowers start making repayments on the loan. The first is after 50 days, equals 20 days for funding plus 30 days regular, then every 30 days. You understand what I mean? So not only is this allowing us to transact with one another, it's putting us to the point where we have to be responsible for our financial affairs. You understand what I mean? Because like I said, we can F ourselves out of this. Now, after it's been repaid, the lenders withdraw repayment to their wallets by claiming the payment. The loan is repaid and collateral is released. Return to step 3, which step 3 is borrowers start making loan requests, and it continues to grow. So now what's going on is what you're doing is not only allowing individuals access to capital that is community based, you're also growing the capital of the community, because always remember there's a certain interest that has to be paid back. Now, as long as the individuals at the top ain't greedy and, you know what I mean, slime balls, everything should work to where as the community. I mean, when we talk about Black Wall Street, and I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, when you really think about this, a lot of this is, man, really life-changing information. And we know that certain powers that be like to stop information like that. Not trying to put no bad mojo on anything that's going on right now, but this is really mind-blowing technology that's at our fingertips right now. That could be utilized to galvanize the people. You know what I mean? Let me see. Top things you should know about Make a DAO Die Inside. Okay, goes on to state that a blank canvas to experiment. Maple Loans is a blank canvas for communities to conduct under collateralized experiments. Here's a few community ideas to start with. Hawk, so 0% collateral requirement, but thoroughly access new members by requiring copies of passports and Zoom call before adding them. Borrowers provide 2 pay slips to show income. Targets medium-sized loans for cars or laptops. Interest generally is anywhere from 5 to 9% for 18 months, right? The next one, the happy medium. Higher 20% collateral requirement, but new members only need to verify LinkedIn or Twitter using Bloom. Bloom is a decentralized, self-sovereign platform. New pay slips required, but borrow addresses. New pay slips required, but borrower addresses have to show they had at least 1,000 DAI passed through their address in the last 3 months. I like that. Meaning that you're not going to come in with a new address that has absolutely no activity. Remember, everything on the blockchain is open, not open source. It's transparent, meaning I can go and follow your address and see exactly how much money you've been playing with. So if you're coming asking for a high or a loan, and we go and we look and you see you have absolutely no activity. Family, this is no different from a credit report. Anybody ever played with credit privacy numbers or anything like that, or building their own credit score up, or that of a child or a young adult? You already know you start off with absolutely no credit history. You have a 0 credit file history, right? Until you put an authorized user being a trade line on there, or finding ways for them to open up their first line of actual credit, it's going to be a 0 file. Now, what are the credit card companies going to look at before they give you a loan? How much transaction history do you have? If we go and look and you trying to get a loan for JCPenney's or Macy's or anything like that, 9 times out of 10, they're going to look and see you have absolutely nothing on there and deny you, because it's like, we can't trust you. You have nothing for us to go off of as far as trust. Now, you do have those first-time individual companies that do allow individuals with a 0 credit file to start building their credit up. Capital One's Platinum Card, for one, is one that you can utilize. Usually, you'll get approved for a $300 credit limit with a 0 to low credit. Let's use the bill credit. Another way that I've seen this being utilized outside of what they're speaking on is that you're also able to build the credit of the individuals that are giving out the loans. Because, Pete, let's say now, let's think of a secured loan, right? You want a loan. You only got 33% of the loan, but you want a huge loan. Let's say that we go outside of that 33% and allow you to put up some type of collateral, being that you put up stereo equipment, a lawnmower, a riding lawnmower, maybe even a vehicle, right? We write that in utilizing the UCC one form, if I'm not mistaken, right? Showing that a loan, is it a UCC one form, Unified Commercial Code? If I'm not mistaken, it is a UCC one form. I don't want to get too complicated on this. I'm gonna continue to read, but it's so many possibilities, family. Y'all already see how my mind's starting to drift and go to work and try to figure something out. But I like that idea. Anyways, no pay slips required, but borrower addresses have to show that they had at least $1,000 die passed within the last couple days, last couple months. APR generally 10 to 15% for 6 to 12 months, right? And then you got the light touch. High 33% collateral, no identity validation required. Uses algorithm to access probability of default based on address transaction history, right? Small loans on less than $100, but high APR 40 to 50%. And remember, you can create this and utilize this in any way that you need. Brother Drake said it feels good and I'm going live again. Feels like old times. Light years ahead of the game. Yes, sir. Can't stay long, but I'm going to listen as long as I can. Building this more trust. Definitely. Yep, still get your crypto back with gained in value. Let's see where we at. Okay, so each community is free to experiment. No, light touch, excuse me. No, we just read the light touch, my fault. But each community is free to experiment with how it tackles identity and risk assessment. The community handles these off-chain and in Discord, Telegram channel. Let me see. Moving right along. He goes on to state, how does Maple Loans relate to Maple Smart Bonds? Well, we built and launched the POC for Maple Smart Bonds to mainnet in November of 2019. Smart bonds are crypto bonds which take revenue generating tokens as collateral. Stream of income from the tokens repays the debt also, right? So our POC was built with the C side or C, which is C compound single collateral DAI as the first collateral. It had liquidity, was open source and ERC20. We always plan to integrate other forms of revenue generating tokens as collateral in our roadmap. Maple loans will be represented by the ERC20 or ERC721 token and will be revenue generating from lenders of community. We will integrate Maple loans as collateral for Maple Smart Bonds. So people how the game works in the traditional sense. I'm gonna go through and read this, but I'm gonna break something down to y'all. So that if you're a lender, you can borrow against your Maple loans and sell smart bonds and continue growing your Maple loans portfolio. This is shit right here. I don't even understand. Understand that when you go get a loan from somebody, right? Be it a title loan, whatever the case may be, they're able to take that loan that you wrote or that you signed, that you contracted into. That loan now has value. You're able to take that loan and actually sell that loan. You understand what I mean? And this whole monetary system, the way the banking system works, the way that the loan and credit system works, it's some of the most interesting systems, if you want to say. If you look at a whole body being the government body and how the system works on the inside of it, it's quite interesting, especially now that we have the ability to utilize it for oneself. Draw what I'm saying? But and just this right here is I'm telling you, these are the keys. Keys, super jewels, super keys. This will let communities become decentralized crypto banks because we're connecting the loans to wholesale debt funding. Once again, this will allow communities becoming decentralized crypto banks because we're connecting the loans to wholesale debt funding. Maker gave DeFi a central bank, Compound gave it a money market, Maple gives it a capital market. Look at this. So the collateral is the loan, right? The collateral is the loan. Next, it goes to the Maple protocol. So it collects principal plus the interest of the repayments, right? Because remember, what I have, if you owe me money, right? Let's say you owe me $1,000. That $1,000 you owe me, I may be able to go get a loan based off of you owing me $1,000. You understand what I mean? Basically taking that debt that you owe me and using that as collateral and actual value. Always remember, the only thing that's valued in the United States, the only thing that makes money is debt. Always comprehend that. Everything is debt. There is no actual money. Everything is actually debt. In fact, I want to get into that real quick because I want to understand how this whole system really works. So when we really look at the system and how it's broken down and how the monetary system works, Federal Reserve notes, what you're actually doing when you go out, I want everyone to understand, and this is why I like cryptocurrency so much, because now we're actually able to transfer something of value outside of actual Federal Reserve notes, which really aren't backed by anything. So in a sense, have no value. Versus when we're trading cryptocurrency with one another, it's almost like giving up gold, silver. It's an asset, housing, real estate. You understand what I mean? So when we look at how the current financial system works, right? When you go to work, you're really working for free because everything in the United States is already prepaid for. Always remember this: the United States is what 20. How much in debt are we right now? I'm gonna go through a real quick lesson, real quick. I just want everybody to understand equity. Right now, what you're giving up is energy, it's sweat equity. That's what's funding. That's what's keeping the United States rolling right now. So if you look at debt clock, um, debtclock.org, which should already be locked in. I don't know why it's not. But we can look and see exactly how much debt we're in today. So when you look at this, with you being right now $23 trillion in debt, how does a company that's in debt or basically bankrupt have any money to pay you? They don't. They have commercial paper, which they give you in a sense for you to do commercial transactions with, but all the while never owning exactly what you're giving the transaction up for because you're not giving up anything of value. So we can use a vehicle, for instance. When you buy a vehicle, what you're given is actually a certificate of title. It's not an actual title because you never paid for the vehicle. You don't actually own the vehicle. The state owns the vehicle. They have the manufacturer's certificate of ownership. All you have is a certificate of title because you're a beneficiary of the trust account that was created by the Social Securities Administration, right? That you're acting in place of or beneficiary of, and the car is actually for the beneficiary of that trust account, which is your name, right? So you're just riding around in a vehicle that you don't own because you never paid for it because you gave out Federal Reserve notes for it. So when you look at a Federal Reserve note and the reason that you go to work for them is because it keeps the system running. So individuals will just use people that are working on a roadway right now, right? They're out there, they're doing construction, they're getting paid so much money, yada, 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 to be out there. But at the end of the day, they're not getting paid with anything but monopoly money. It's the energy that is the actual value. That's what actually keeps the United States running is the energy. It's your sweat equity. Remember, sweat equity. It's your sweat. It's your labor. That's the value. Only in the form of debt because they're giving you debt notes to transact with, not money. Think about it. Right now, what we have is a system where we are able to take and collateralize that debt, right? Hold on, where's it at? Now we have a system where we're able to collateralize that debt, turn it into a value, gain interest off it, and utilize it to continue to fund our own communities the same way that the United States is funding its own communities with debt. Sweat equity. I hope I didn't lose anybody with that. But this right here is how this is the beginning of a new world. That's what I want everyone to understand. What you're seeing right now, this is the beginning of a new world, new dimension, new paradigm, whatever you want to call it. Whereas a number of different functions that used to be had or used to have to be handled by a certain hierarchy now is open to any everybody to use because it's permissionless and it's borderless, meaning you don't need permission to use it and it can be used cross borders. All you need is an internet and a smart device, right? So we see a huge market opportunity. Getting back, I didn't want to get too sidetracked, but I want you to understand. So once you get over here to the smart bond, look, you got equity with high risk, goes to the issuer. Grade 2 is the medium risk, and grade 1 is the low risk. It goes to the investor. These are the. I'm gonna do a more so breakdown of this whole platform. I really just wanted to introduce you. I didn't want to spend this much time on it. Where we at? Let me go ahead and finish this up. But it goes on to say that we see a huge market opportunity for DeFi to scale with under collateralized lending. So we're testing that hypothesis with Maple Loans. Maple Loans introduces a token which strengthens the use case of smart bonds, Maple Smart Bonds, by adding revenue generating assets in need of funding. And you can go check this out at Maple Loans, Maple.loans, and then Maple.finance. Check each one out. Like I said, we do have coming up the Indigenous Associates for Decentralized Financing. So for those that may be interested, just get in contact with me. Really trying to nation build here for those that really want to build a nation. Moving right along. Let's see what we got going on. CoinDesk, what stories do we have? I'm sorry it took so long on that one story. I do want to get along and actually get the price action, which a lot of individuals probably came here for more so than me just rambling on. Let's see. How's everybody doing out there though? How's everybody doing? New acquisition opens $1 trillion market for BAT. Let me see, 95%. This may be the reason that Ethereum is running right now because of the ETH 2.0 launch. We can possibly check this story out. And then slide over to Cointelegraph, see what we got up here. Let me see. Bitcoin blockchain daily configuration transaction hit a 5-month high. CME futures hit 10K as BTC price finally nears 5 figures. Okay, so the futures market hit 10K. We can definitely check that out. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go with this. Let me see who's still tuning in with me, listening to my ramblings too. Grand Rising family, Grand Rising. How's everybody doing out there? Like I said, if you can, please tag your friends, family. Peace, peace, peace for anybody that's tuning in right now. You definitely want to go back and check out what we just got done talking about because we just had one hell of a build, if I do say so myself. Let me see, coming in now. Let's see. Any questions or comments before I proceed? Any questions or comments before I proceed? My audio's a little choppy. Family, let me know if my audio's choppy. I got someone saying my audio's choppy on YouTube. Let me know if my audio's still choppy before I proceed. I definitely don't want y'all missing out on anything that's being said. But let's see. Let's go back to 95% confidence that ETH developers pencil in July 2020 for ETH 2.0 launch. So now when we go take a look at Ethereum, right? Let me go ahead and get the chart for ETH. Where is it at? Hold on real quick. Let me bring the ETH chart up real quick. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Hey, for those that are part of the Discord group, I hope y'all caught this bounce right here off this 55. I hope y'all caught that bounce off that 55. We was down back around 218. Hope y'all caught that one. Posted that at about 7 this morning, maybe. So definitely a nice bounce off the 55-day exponential moving average. Let me see. Let's go over here. And ETH has just been on a monster tear. Let me see. We've definitely been in it. I think the lowest call we had this month or ended in last month was $166 as far as the entry goes. Let's see. In fact, I can show y'all right here where we got our entry at around the last time, which was, where we at? It's the beginning of the month too. Anybody that's interested in joining the Discord. So our entry was right here at about 184. Okay, so this is a more updated entry at 184. Total profit we're looking to take right now is a 618, which is $269. We've already came and obliterated the 382 at $211. Now we're on our way to that 50%, which is $240.37. And right now it's looking like ETH is going to make that. We got good volume coming in. Let me see. MACD is printing very bullish signals. Let me open this up a little bit. That means we can get rid of this because this right here is invalidated. Get rid of you. I mean, look at that momentum. RSI is not yet oversold. And remember, we're on a weekly chart right now, so we got room to move. We definitely got room to move. Let's break this down to a daily. Let's see how it's looking. Okay, you are oversold on the daily, highly oversold on the daily. RSI, you could be looking for a little bit of pullback. MACD looking strong, though. MACD looking definitely strong. So let me see. Now this invalidates this. And this right here was another catch we was able to make. The 50% retracement down there around 155. That was another one we was able to catch. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Right now, CME is trading at $9,930. You can watch the CME as the basis of where Bitcoin may be headed. Right now, it's headed towards that $10,000 mark. But when we look at spot price, right? When we look at spot, where's my Bitcoin on spot? Damn, did I get rid of my Bitcoin chart? Nope, here it is right here. This is the chart we've been following since this Head and Shoulders, which I got to my own horn again. We called this run right here at least from 7,700 to 8,840. This was called in the Discord group. Prior to it hitting 7,700, we rolled that all the way up, came back down, back tested. Remember this Crypto Skull, if you're watching this, remember we talked about this back test of that down sloping trend line, which gave you that pump up. Look at that, retested your previous resistance here. That's where you got a consolidation period, had a slight pullback, hit the 21-day exponential and took off from there. Right now, our next level of resistance, or what we're looking to take profit, is at 10,500. Right now, you're at 98.12 spot price. So Bitcoin having one hell of a rally right now. Though a couple of things you do want to pay attention to right now is the loss of positive momentum, which could be looked at as bearish divergence. So keep a mind on that, but you're still looking good up here on the RSI, coming right back. Now, people, what happen every time you come up here and retest the oversold territories? You've had a pullback, 1, 2, 3, 4, a slight pullback first, right? A pump back up, and then a dump from there, but you're still staying within a nice uptrend here. So we'll pay attention to the RSI and see how that ends up fanning out for us. But right now on the daily, man, Bitcoin looking strong. Let's clear up some of this. Clear up some of this real quick. Open this up. We had a nice crossover, the 21 and the 55, which is pretty much what I'm using as my basis right now for a bull or a bear market, short term anyways. So anytime we're above, especially when we cross over the 55-day exponential moving average, it is a good catalyst for long positions to start being acquired or looked at least. And right now, I mean, it's played out fairly nice. Now, for us to really, really, really kill the previous high, which we pretty much did on the body closing. Right now, what we're taking care of on a daily time frame anyway is the wicks. If we go down to a 4 hour, of course, these wicks are going to turn into bodies for us then. Let's close this up a little bit. And I do apologize. I got deviated from the stories, but I do want to pay attention to price action right now as well. So now we coming up. We smashing through it right now. So yeah, that next level of resistance really, let me see. Man, really, if you can break through where you at right now, because you see this right here, what you're looking at right now is a price line. This is where price actually is right now. And if you look at it anywhere from a technical analysis point of view, it's looking like a support line, is it not? Meaning that when price action came down here, it bounced, it broke it this time, came back, bounced, retested, and then finally broke it. But the thing you want to focus on is the bounces that it's getting right there around that area. It's getting some real strong bounces, meaning that right now what you're back testing is that form of support from 2019. What is this? 2019. You're back testing the form of support. Now turn resistance. Because look what happened. When you broke under it, you came back up the back test here. Rejection. That's what gave you that downtrend there. So if we go and we look right now, look what's happening right now. You're hitting that same area right now. You got a little bit of consolidation going on, but you want to be able to break through this and continue on your journey. So then we started looking at Ethereum. Somehow we got on Bitcoin. All is well though. Basically, for those that don't know, an upgrade to Ethereum is coming. I'm not going to go through the whole article because it's too much to explain for individuals that like aren't that in tune with Ethereum. But the number two cryptocurrency in the space is looking for a upgrade, supposed to launch July. So, if you don't know what Ethereum is, it's a cryptocurrency that allows you to create smart contracts, meaning that you can create code and the code is going to interact, or it's going to allow you the ability to do a number of different things. Let me say that. One being create actual Maple loans, for instance. This platform right here, this is built on, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is built on the Ethereum network. This is built on the Ethereum network, meaning that this is built on the premises of the Ethereum virtual machine. But you need Ethereum to interact in this space. That's one thing that gives Ethereum the actual value. And I tell people this all the time. You need Ethereum to do certain things on the Ethereum network. So would you rather want to buy Ethereum at $100, $200, or wait till it gets back to $1,500 and have to buy because you got to do something on the Ethereum network? You got to think ahead, not so much just the price action. It's the reason the price action is going up. Do you understand? The reason the price action is going up. So, but let me see where I leave off at. Let's see. Bitcoin hit 10K. Let me see. This story goes on to state that data from CME's group Bitcoin Future shows that the implied price of Bitcoin reaching the symbolic 5 figures on February 6th. Since then, a slight correction has sent Bitcoin a shade lower. It currently trades at 9,800, and that's on the CMEs. Remember, now on the CMEs, we back up to 9,900. So now we're at 9,800 on spot price, which follows CMEs as CMEs goes up, while CMEs futures are hovering around 9,900. Okay, so this was the spot price. This is correct. This was spot price, and they were saying that CMEs was at around 9,900. Excuse me. It goes on to state that considerable enthusiasm has accompanied sustained price momentum for Bitcoin throughout this past week's trading. After challenging the $9,000 support on February 4th, an abrupt upward surge saw the largest cryptocurrency reach new highs of 9,840. Its best position since mid-September, meaning since September 2019. We haven't been in this position in a while. As Cointelegraph reported, Bitcoin's year-to-date performance currently stands at more than 35%, second only to Tesla stock in terms of gains since January 4th. Meaning that the gains that we're getting right now, the Bitcoin is only second to Tesla, which is on a major, massive bull run right now. But anything in the stock market, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm scared to buy. When you look at how high everything is on the stocks, like have y'all ever let's step back for a minute. Let's go take a look at some stocks real quick, because I hear people all the time talk about all the stocks. Have you ever sat back and took a look at some of these stocks and where they're at and what highs you're buying right now? Remember, your thing in the stock is to buy it at a lower price and be able to sell it at a higher price. How can you sell it at a higher price if it's reaching its higher prices right now? Please explain that to me. Go take a look at Apple stock real quick. Look at that. To me, that shit's scary. That's like buying Bitcoin at $20,000. So once again, if Apple has never been to the price it's at right now, what in your right mind will make you want to buy it, expecting it because you have nothing to go off as a catalyst? Okay, I bought this dip, right? I can at least look for me to try to cash out when it comes back up and touches this previous high, which it did, and then it rejected at a pullback and then proceeded from there. But if you're buying Apple right now at the top, we go. Let me see, Amazon, the same thing. Let's see, Amazon. Look at that. Look at that. Man, look at that gap. But Amazon, the same thing. You're buying it at the top. Let's go look at Nike. Right, Nike. Nike got a nice pullback right now, but you're basically whoever did just invested at $105, you basically bought the top of Nike. Now, who are you going to sell it to? You don't sell it for lower prices now. So when I look at the stock markets, man, it's let's look at Tesla. It's scary to me. You got to be out your cotton picking. Let me not use that term. I apologize. You got to be out your rabbit ass mind and try to buy to want to invest. Let me tell you something. Anyone comes to you right now talking about, hey, Tesla this and Tesla that, understand they don't know shit about technical analysis and they're just telling you to invest in something because it's a bunch of hype around it. I would never in a day buy this. Too high. Too much already took off already. You know what I mean? Let me see where we're at around the board. Looking nice still. But it goes on to state that, let me see, what do we say? Okay, overall price is good going to the close. No, for Cointelegraph, market analysts Phil whatever, press time levels represent an important watershed for BTC USD with a major move in either direction, a strong possibility. Overall price is good going into the close. It will be glorious if the CME takes us across 10K into the close, meaning that they want the price action to close above 10K levels. Once again, they want price action to close above 10K levels. Overall picture is good. Okay, he summarized his subscribers in his Telegram trading channel on Friday. Phil, whatever, added that he eyed potential support at 95.50 should a sell-off ensure. Futures markets, meanwhile, continue to reach new achievements, with fellow operator BitMEX seeing new record open interest for its own futures product at 1.5 billion. Damn, a lot of open interest. So yeah, Bitcoin right now rallying. The whole, stocks, crypto, it's all rallying right now. It's looking nice right now. It's good for individuals to jump in and get some money. Just don't jump in and get wrecked. That's the only thing you don't want. That's the only thing you don't want. Let me see. With ETH going to split to no, it's not going to split into. No, sir, that's not. That's you're thinking about a hard fork, brother Mike. You're thinking about a hard fork. Beyond Meat, Gold, Volatile. Check out Beyond Meat. Okay, we check out Beyond Meat real quick. I'm not really doing requests right now, but it's pretty much like in fact, Beyond Meat came out and had one hell of a correction. So let me see. Let's go look at Beyond Meat real quick. I thank everybody that's tuning in right now for the Early Watcher Show, Coffee and Crypto. We're going to be finishing this up in a minute because it's already an hour past the time that I want to go. Let's see. Let's look at Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat just had a crossover. You're coming back, retesting you just bounced off the 55 and you're retesting the 21-day exponential. What's this, a 4 hour? Hold on, let me see. Okay, on the daily, you bounced off the 21. That was an excellent buy right there. Anyone that entered around that 105 area. I could look for Beyond Meat to come back up and retest areas between 130 and 140. Between 130 and 140, you may see a pullback around those areas. But it's really not enough even life to go off of with a technical analysis like this. It's only been alive since May of 2019. So real limited on what I can say. Let's see what type of fib levels we're bouncing off of real quick, which we're probably bouncing off around if we're coming back up. 236 or 382, what I'm going to call here. Oh, damn, I have something over here already. Hold on, let me get rid of what's here already. Remove drawing tools. Turn back on my magnet. Let me get the fib again. Pull this from swing high to swing low, which is right there. So yeah, regarded at the 382. Right now, finding that support at the 236. So if this is going to continue to rally, your levels of profit taking will be between the 382 and the 618, meaning anywhere between $135 and $175. Just going off the fib level. But let's take a look at the top market real quick. Right now, we're utilizing CoinWatch. We're done with the first half of the show being the news. Damn, did I go through my hour? Let me make sure I'm not done recording over here on the New Money Matrix podcast. Which anybody that didn't miss this, that doesn't want to stay online and actually like watch the videos, you can always check this out on my podcast, which is available on iTunes, Spotify, Anchor. I'm just looking for New Money Matrix. I think I'm the only one with that name. I need to get that. Yeah, I do. But anyways, make sure I'm still coming in. Family, let me know if I'm choppy. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the screen is still clear. Let me know if there's any type of resistance in between us. Miss Pierce says she needs a one-on-one. No problem, Queen. Hit my just hit my inbox. Now I'll reach out to you. Also, for those that don't know, today is Financial Friday, so all one-on-ones, all webinars, my book, all services are on a discount today. For anybody that's in earshot right now, every Friday, all services are on discount. Every Friday, all services are on discount. So take advantage of it for those that are that you know what I'm saying are interested. Stocks right now should be strictly a long-term dividend play. Yeah, definitely. If you're looking at a long-term on the dividend side. Um, Let me see. So let's see. Moving right along. Let's look at the top 20 coins coming in right now. We got a market cap of 275 billion, 78,920,269 dollars. Meaning that right now there's over 275 billion dollars in the market. Why can't you get in and spend 50 bucks? Coming in on the 24-hour volume, meaning in the last 24 hours we had 34,427,428,666 dollars. Liquidity right now is at 808,821,411. The BTC dominance is at a 64.75%. I do want to take a second now and go back and look at the BTC dominance as it has been given a downtrend lately. Let me see if we pick back up yet. I haven't looked at the BTC dominance yet. Let me go back and take a look at that real quick. And that's basically how much dominance it has over the rest of the cryptocurrency market for those that are not familiar. God damn, look at that. So we posted this down sloping trend line right here, about a week ago. And yeah, the dominance continues to lose, meaning that right now, that's why you're seeing a lot of altcoins go on the rallies that they are. As Bitcoin loses dominance, that means the money has to go somewhere. Dominance, for the most part, is going into the altcoins. You got a nice altcoin rally going on right now. Are you part and partial of it, or are you missing out, sitting on the sidelines and watching it? I mean, it's money being made every day right now. Now, does that mean it's going to continue to be money made every day? No, it does not. So let me not put it out there like that. I should put this out there at the beginning of the show, which I have been forgetting to do. Put this out right now at the middle, whatever this is going to be. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. And I do not get financial advice. This show to be looked at as only entertainment, shits and giggles for an hour and a half of us kicking it, not to be taken as any type of sound financial advice. I'm giving my opinion on certain aspects. I'm not a professional. I have no licenses. I have no degrees. I have no masters. I have none of that within the financial world. None of that. So understand that I'm 100% self-taught. I don't got any credentials to show you. No LinkedIn, no none of that. Take what I say with a grain of salt, please. Also, I'm not a tax advisor, so don't ask me about taxes with cryptocurrency because I will not answer them. You got to ask your tax advisor about that. But moving right along, let's see. Coming in right now, we got Big Bank Hank trading at $9,779, up 0.44%. There goes my numbers, 44% within the last 24, up 0.1% within the last hour. Coming in at number 2, we got Ethereum trading at $220, up 4.88%. Both 44 numbers resonating. Up 69% within the last hour. Coming in at number 3, we got XRP trading at 27 cents, up 1.9% within the last 24.3% within the last hour. Coming in number 4, we got Bitcoin Cash trading at $435, up 1.2% within the last 4.4% within the last hour. Coming in number 5, we got Bitcoin SV, which is Bitcoin Satoshi's Bitcoin, which is actually a hard fork of Bitcoin Cash, which is actually a hard fork of Bitcoin Cash, excuse me. So BSV is a hard fork of BCH, BCH a hard fork of BTC. BSV right now coming in at $295, which when it comes to BSV, man, that thing, let's take a look at it real quick. Them swings is real wild. If you can catch them, man, you could profit like hell off of BSV. If you get caught in them, man, it's going to hurt. It's definitely going to hurt. Let me see. Let's look at it versus, and they do got the perpetual futures. Let me see how long they've been open for, though. Okay, they only got a weekly here. BSV. What can we see a better? Nah. I guess we'll have to look at, let's see, Bittrex. They got a longer type lifeline. They do. Yeah, so overall, BSV is actually, I mean, man, when you look at it, swing from 57 up to $252, from $52 back down to 73 bucks, from 73 bucks back up to damn near 300 bucks. I mean, that's not, you can, man, lose your lunch over shit like this. I swear to God, you'll have you throwing up like, oh my God, where'd all my money just go? And then you sell it right here, then it pops back up on you. Now you're super sick. So definitely, family, if you don't know channel candlestick patterns, or not even that, if you don't know technical analysis, this is the one thing I will advise you. If you can't read charts, if you can't look at something like this, right, and be able to, let me go in depth real quick. Let me go inside it. if you wouldn't understand like what none of this means, and this is just like mumbo jumbo, I really do not advise trading. Number one, investing is a whole nother story, but I definitely don't advise trading in any shape, any way, shape, or form. If you can't look at this and at least just on a simple measure, right? Like, oh, he has an inverse head and shoulders down there. I mean, it says left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So if you can't look and understand this is an inverse head and shoulder, played it like this, I would advise you definitely get some type of consultation, understand what you're looking at before you throw a slug in here. Remember, this is outside of investing. Investing is something totally different. That's you expecting a long-term return. So if you're investing, you're probably putting money in now, looking at the next 5 to 10 years before you're gonna take anything out. Once again, not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Coming in at like 70% with ET United States dollar with reserve. Some coming in number 8, but it's trading at a penny. I mean a dollar, excuse me, off a penny. 9,057 up 1.2% within the last 24.5% hour. Coming in at number 9, we got BNB trading at $22. I told y'all about BNB. Told y'all 22.02 right now, up 10% within the last 24. Wow, 10% gains within the last 24 hours. Everything else is 0.3, 0.3, BNB 10% in the last 24 hours for a portfolio gain. Coming in at number 10, we got ADA trading 0.1% within the last 24. Coming in number 11, another one of my, for those that are any part of any one of my DeFi, Discord, definitely the DeFi group. Y'all already know Tesla was one of the ones that we were trading on the synthetic exchange market. And one of the hosts, that along with silver. And that was around 80, 89, 99 a dollar. Hey, coming in number 11, excuse me, coming in number 12, we got Tron, TRX trading at 2 cents. Another one up 10.5%. Only 2 pennies. Always remember this, for those that are new to this space, you do not have to break the bank to invest in cryptocurrency. You got some cryptocurrencies that are a penny, under a penny, 2 pennies, 5 cents, 10 cents, a quarter. That you can take Big Mac money, smoke money, drink money, those habits and turn them into investments. We got a couple of books coming out from Vices to Investments, The Hidden Hustle. I still got the Secure Party Crypto Creditor book coming out. I'm working on that because there's a lot of more things that I'm learning that I want to add, but I don't want to rush anything out there. Like I guess you could say I sort of did with my first book, The Puzzle, though I didn't rush it. I mean, I put it out at the time when it was needed, but it's so much that's changed in the space that you got to keep revising these books. So I want to make sure I get as much information in them as I can before I put them out. But definitely be on the lookout for them. But it's a lot to be learned from this space. Coming in at number 13, we got XLM Stellar, which is actually part of the holdings of the Grayscale Trust. If you don't know what the Grayscale Trust is, in fact, let me look it up. Let's see. If we look up, Grayscale is a digital currency trust. Here we go. Let's look at Grayscale. This is from February 13th. Look, so we're about 6 days off of this, right? This is a year ago. Let's look at their holdings and let's see what they've been able to increase their holdings from since last year. Since last year, almost a year to date. This is the Grayscale Investment Trust. You can look them up. So let's see. On February 13, 2019, which I got this bookmark, so I'm able to go look at it because I use it as a catalyst. The holdings per share and net assets under management for our investment products were 793.7 million. 793.7 million. Once again, 793.7 million a year ago. Let's see what their holdings are today. And they got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, Bcash. Let's see, what is their holdings today? And the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is now an SEC reporting company. How you like that? Always remember, it's all about trust, family. Always remember, in God you trust. And God not in the spiritual sense, God in government, ordinances, and departments. Let's see, here we go. So this is 17 hours ago. Right now they got $3 billion in assets under management. Let's see what they got as their choice. Let's see who they're holding with $3 billion worth of their clients' money. They got Bitcoin. They got Bitcoin Cash. In fact, okay, let me see for holdings. So they got, let me see, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, Litecoin, Stellar, XRP, Zcash, and then they got large cap fund. But Zcash, Ripple, Stellar, Litecoin, Horizon, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash. That's who Grayscale's holding. So you can take that with a grain of salt if you want and look at the investments that they're putting their money in. You know, there's so many ways you can just draw off of the information that you have within this space that'll allow you to help you to make a decision. But technical analysis, in my opinion, is one of the needed, most needed skills. Coming in number where we leave off at. Oh, Stellar, 7 cent, up 5.8% within the last 24. Coming in number 14, top privacy coin Monero, trading at $80, up 1.7% within the last 24 hours, 0.3% within the last hour. Coming in number 15, we get Ethereum Classic trading at $11.62, up 4.5% within the last hour. Coming in number 16, Chainlink, who I'm talking about. I'm salty. I missed this one at 280. I'm super salty. I've been watching it for the last couple of days, and now I'm gonna enter. Just playing around with it. Now I missed it. Now what I'm not gonna do is go chase it. If I was just trying to enter at 288, I'm definitely not about to go just buy it right now at 322. I'm gonna wait for it to pull back, and that pullback may take a while to come. Let's go take a look at Link real quick. Let's take a look at it versus. Here we go. Let's look at it versus Tether on Binance. Oh man, look at that. Let's see. Let's go back to our daily. Open this up. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so you're going toward you reaching for the 618, which is at 339. Right now you're at 221. You can see a pullback back down here to $3 down there, which is what I'm going to look for. I'm actually going to look for some type of weakness in here. Let me see. 4 hour, which we're already finding here. Which we're already finding slightly here. You've had a pullback when you reached up to around 330. You're having a pullback now. I'll look for an entry back around $3 on my own. Just looking at it willy-nilly, just right now, I'll probably look for an entry around $3 if we do get that slight pullback. Remember, you can come back down and retest a 21-day exponential. Also, that's at 295. I definitely won't be buying this top. If I was real risky, I would probably try to short it back down to $3. But with the way the market's looking right now, you may get wrecked trying to short it. You may get a second win here, though. You may get a second win. You may hold your support. Keep the game. It's a couple of different things that can happen here now. There's never always just one thing that can happen. I want everyone to understand that. There's never just one thing that can happen. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, so looking at it right now, looking at Chainlink. Okay, so you're having a pullback, right? Now look what's happening. In the pullback, you're trying to get higher, reach that previous high. Look what happened. You're getting sold to. So now, on a slight level, what I would do, me, myself, and I would actually pay attention to what is this? It's only on an hourly chart though. This is real slight weight. That'd be one little demand area for me right now. If we can breach. Excuse me, supply zone I'm in. If we can breach this lower supply right here. What would I be looking for? A retest? Back down around these areas. Now, what are you retesting now or could come back down to retest? You do have a nice little, you can come back down and retest this. If you could hold your support here, you could consolidate to the side. That's above 312. Retest back down here between 3 and 306. Supply zones right here on the hourly between 323 and 325. Reach that 328 to 333. That's what we're looking at. That's Chainlink. So no, I will not be buying the top of Chainlink. I will not. Dash right now at $118, up 0.11% within the last 24. Huobi token right now up 6.91%, coming in at $3.91. Leo at 91 cents. Man, real sad. Leo ain't been performing as good as I thought it was, but right for the picking right now at 91 cents for those that are interested. Coming in at number 20. At number 20, we have Neo trading at $12.90, up 1. There's your top 20 coins in the coin market cap. Let me see who's checking in right now, who's still rocking with us. I know we've been live for about an hour and some change now. Let's see. So, yep. Any questions or comments before we get out of here? Any questions or comments? Also, anybody that wishes to donate for the Bitcoin Block Bully, you can also send donations to Cash App or Bitcoin donations. For those that are interested, just hit me up. Or you can actually check out, let me see. I'll post it in here for anyone that does wish to donate to the show for the information that is brought. 100% up to you. So any questions or comments? Do we have any coin requests, any questions or comments, or any coin requests from anybody that's out there right now tuning in? Go ahead and fill them, bring them in now. I love Mana in Decentraland. I love Mana in Decentraland. I like what they got going on over there with the real estate. So no, I love Mana. You missed what? Oh, you missed the show? Oh man, you missed one hell of a show. It's gonna come back around though. For anybody that does wish to donate, we have posted the donation tab for Cash App for those that choose to. But yeah, any questions or comments in closing? Any questions or comments in closing? We got about an hour. We got about an hour and 10 minutes right now going in. Man, definitely go back and take a look at this. Man, I think we already went over. We did. Damn, I did. Check that out. Oh well, I went over on the podcast, so the podcast is done. I don't know where it chopped out at, but it's one hell of a podcast for those that are going to go back and listen to it. Let's save that. What is this? Coffee and Crypto. Save that. Yep, publish. Let's see. I don't know too much about Unibright other than it's an up and coming crypto that a lot of individuals are asking me about. I'm gonna be honest with Unibright here. You can look at Kava. Kava done. Now that much to go on a lot of you know this now. You do have a demand up real heavy level. One. Do have some down here on down. We talked about the other day. It's that dollar is floor. It breaches through every once in a while. Pretty much that dollar area, that's your support. So right now, would I invest in Kava on an investment? Maybe on a trade. Hell, I'd be looking for nothing. Like I say, not to go off of. That's the best I can do. MACD is highly bullish. I mean, very bullish. That's RSI is hold on the daily. Let's see, 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour side. So definitely look for a back on. I stop. I am it. That. BitTorrent. T for BitTorrent. I don't think BTC is doing that good. That's one of the lesser liked coins, I guess you can call it. What do you? I'm looking damn nice. Here we're coming back to life after. Let's see. You got here. Bitcoin hasn't even 236 yet, and just here hard look previous back down. Right is this previous resistance. Got to learn support resistance because that's all you're doing is retesting each one. You either retesting resistance, should I say, coming back up and you're back testing this previous, meaning when price action went, it got shut down. Look what's happening. Price up and you're getting by BT pull. If you can catch the right pull, if it was the pull back 9.23. Right now, you're at 48.25. So 0.0023 on pullback. That will become resistant. Back that I would probably look area on Bitcoin. It does look kind of good, but you're over RSI. See if you got any side. I don't know what happened to Man of Grayscale. Want to Pierce? What do you need? What do you want to know? What do you need to see? Let me see any other coin requests. Any other coin requests? Damn, it's like I put the I put the Bitcoin block bully out there for donations and everybody left. We just had about 15 people in here, and now it's 5. Yeah, it's all well though. I'm about to end this in a minute, anyways. I got a lot to do today. So Steam. We'll take a look at Steam real quick. That's crazy. And I'll be watching some of these other YouTube channels, right? Y'all should really check out what's his name? Mitch Ray or Ray Mitch. Man, it's amazing when you see the support coming in from other individuals and other coaches. I'm talking about, man, it'd be crazy. I've seen people get this man $1,000, $1,500, $10,000 on live stream in crypto, though. You know what I mean? Like that's that unity, that support that we need over here, especially for content creators. Anybody that's a content creator, an entrepreneur, that sells their own brand, got their own business going on, I salute y'all because this shit ain't easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Especially when you do a lot just on the strength, and not that you expect, right? Not that you expect some type of return, but when we look at reciprocity and the laws of Ma'at, you understand what I mean? But let's take a look at Steam real quick. I mean, I'd be happy people send me $1. I've gotten dollar donations before, and that it goes to the thought. You understand what I mean? You value the information that I was bringing, so you thought I could part with $1. Let's see, Steam. Let's look at Steam on Binance. Damn, Steam ain't getting that reaction like the whole rest of the market, is it? Nope. That's sad. That's sad. I think they're pretty much giving up on the Steam. I mean, you probably make some money. I wouldn't be looking at it right now, though. I wouldn't be looking at it. Steam's still down at some very, very low. You could probably trade this on the low time frame and get some profit off of it. I don't know. I got a Steam account. In fact, I got more than one Steam account. Let me see. You retested. That was nice. Broke and then came back for the retest. Could have bought that retest. You'd be sitting right, real nice right now. Let me see. We ain't got any more coin requests, comments, or questions or anything. I will be ending this stream. Like I said, the podcast already ended. And I guess that's it. With that being said, I want to thank everybody that tuned in with me for the Early Rising Show, Coffee and Crypto. Until the next one, peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am at it.